What up? Pink ladies, T-birds, just happen to be watchers of my My name is Jimmi Pynk and we outside again. So thank you so much for joining me again. My name is Jimmi Pynk and today I am representing the red and the white because we are here to talk about Canada's Drag Race Season 1, Episode 1. Hear ye, a boot. Labatt's Blue. I forgot to get one. I literally just told my mother, I was like, oh, I was trying to pull a page. I was supposed to go get some Labatt's Blue. Anyway, I apologize. There's going to be noise in the background. I have to shoot outside because my dumb butt got curtains for my bedroom while I'm staying with my mother and didn't realize I probably need blackout because if I decide to do a review in the daytime, I'm backlit. So here we go. And then of course I can't find my camera plug-in, and of course my camera wasn't charged. Eventually we will be back on track to normal. But anyway, Canada's Drag Race. I dropped the ball. I forgot it came out yesterday. So I had some things to do today to get prepared for the American holiday, which is the 4th of July, even though I'm really not celebrating the 4th of July, but I'm celebrating being with family and wearing all black. But anyway, Canada's Drag Race. Episode 1, Season 1. First thing I want to say is thank you, Wow Presents, for allowing us to screenshot. But I didn't do a screenshot of their entrance looks. We will have pictures for their outfit. Because there's a couple things that I really want to say about Canada's Drag Race. Number one, I like it wholly and completely better than what our normal RuPaul's Drag Race has become. Canada's Drag Race came with it. And Canada's Drag Race really gave us our real OG roots in Drag Race, that the first challenge is a photo shoot with an obstacle. The next challenge is create a look. And I was not disappointed. However, if you're new to this channel, I jump around like House of Pain, and guess what? The judging was abysmal. The judging was abysmal, y'all. I'm going to give y'all time to process that because it is a holiday weekend and it's going to be even more traffic than on the last video. But we up in here. I got on my red and white for Canada. Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. Let's talk about these girls' entrance looks. Now, Priyanka came in. Listen, I was living that she came in with a giant question mark. Like, who is it? And the reveal was her name was all over her outfit. Listen, these girls did not come to play on the entrances at all. Already, I was like, this is about to be fire. Because they was not playing about these entrances at all, honey. At all. So she comes in with that. I'm living. Now, will I say these is the coldest entrance looks that I ever seen? No. A lot of drag staples. A lot of long coats over sparkly two pieces and leotards and catsuits. A lot of that going on. But I didn't hate it. It is just the entrance. But I was here for it. I was here for it. The next person we had was Aliana Verley. I'm sorry I didn't underline her whole name. She says, my name is Aliana Verley, and I'm a fucking bitch. Right there, I was like, ooh, I like you. And then what we just got was this very just sparkly outfit. She said, this is my brand. It's going to be a lot of ostrich feathers, a lot of sparkly, a lot of monochromatic. She had that big rhinestone nose ring, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it worked for her. And I lived. Kiara. I kind of live for this look, y'all. Because you know what it was giving me? That like pinkish purple. Thistle is the actual color. Fuck with me. Thistle. But like this pinkish purple suit with like the black accents, power suit, this blue hair, and I was getting Jimmi and the holograms, bitch. I was living. I lived because it was really giving me that 80s live action Jimmi and the hologram that we should have got. I'm not going to go on a Jimmi and the holograms rant this episode. Juice Box. And I got so much more to say about Juice Box. Just you wait. Henry Higgins, just you wait. Juice Box comes in like the only Victoria's Secret model. That was an ugly ass shoe though. But came in like she was the only Victoria's Secret model. Do you hear me? Everything. I was here for it. The feathers and all. Yeah, we've seen an angel before. We've seen it several times. But I liked it. Excuse me. Let's talk about this bitch. Because I got 3 favorites right away. And this bitch is one of them. Anastasia Anaquai. I might have said that last name wrong. I said it how I wrote it down because I was trying to write it phonetically. First of all, she sews everything she wears. Drag queens make stuff. So I'm always here for a girl that does her own clothes. I'm always here for a seamstress. But when I said she came in and said, oh, and I'm the reigning Miss Black Continental, bitch, we can tell. Listen, that bright pink, the boot matched the chaps, matched the outfit underneath, matched the cover button on the white coat, with the pink hair, with the cowboy hat, with the, listen. I said, okay. And y'all know I'm always hashtag team everybody black anyway. So, I was 100% here for it, but she came in with all of the polish and grace. And the girls were gagging when she walked in the room. The men all paused when she walked in the room. Yes, I called drag queens men. It fit the joke if you know the song. But just looking like the only drag queen in the world. Reigning Miss Black Continental. All these other titles that she got. Bitch, it shows. And the girls were shook boots when she walked in. Wait a minute. I pull up in a lemon. Listen, first of all, I love a bitch that's on brand. With a name like Lemon, what else is you supposed to come in with on but yellow from head to toe? Eye makeup and all. Bitch, she wore that out. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that set it off though. I'm going to teach y'all some basic color theory. Real basic color theory. Colors that are opposite on the color wheel create a statement. They go well together because it's a nice contrast. That purple lining in that long ass coat that had that long ass train. It might have been simple, and really in all honesty, for the most part, like I said, we got a lot of simple drag staples coming in the door. We really did. But that bitch made a statement and said, my name is Lemon. Pucker up, bitches. I'm going to tell you right now, lemon is one of my favorites. And then her boy look is a shirt with lemons on it. Bitch, you better be on brand. I was here for it. Scarlet Bobo. Now, in case y'all didn't know something, from my absolute adoration of Rhea Leetry, I love a punk rock bitch. Baby, she came in punk rock kawaii with that big leather bow and that all that black leather outfit, but it just had paint in different colors. These Canadian girls are not here to play with you, mama. They are not here to play with you. I was like, okay, bitch. Okay. I was here for it, and with a name like Scarlet Bobo, I expected her aesthetic to be very clown-like. We'll get to that, because her and once we get to Jimbo, those names kind of give me like, you're a drag clown, you know. But these Canadian hoes did not come to play with y'all. They came to give you the business. Okay. Kai. Go ahead and let this car pass. Because I don't like this bitch. Oh, at all. I don't like this bitch at all. But the outfit was cute. I understand she's a YouTuber, so you know we are team drag YouTube. Cause without drag YouTube, y'all wouldn't be sitting here watching me right now. We stand a YouTube queen, especially one from our own community. However, bitch, you look cute coming in, but you look like Aiden Zane. You was cute, but you came in with a cat suit and a fucking fascinator, bitch. Don't test me. You looked good. You won the first mini challenge. I said the judging is abysmal. I said what I said, and I will come back and prove that to you later on in the broadcast. Let's get through these looks. But she looks good. It was nobody that walked in the room that didn't look good walking in the room. I'm going to say that right now. Everybody looks good walking in the room. Bitch on arrival. First of all, first and foremost, get into that name. Bitch, get into that name. Her name is Bitch on Arrival. Bitch. On Arrival. Boa for short. Bitch, that's everything. Now, the girls were really, really gagged when she came into the room, too, because she has a bad reputation. I would say switch them last, too. Because at least she act like she has some damn sense. But, bitch, she's a cow. On arrival. Bitch, she's a cow. On arrival. She's not a cat. She don't say meow. On arrival. Let me know what type of queen you were right away. You're a fun girl. You're a campy girl. Like, I know I never talked about their promo looks because I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to do Canada or not based on the surgery and things, so I didn't ever do that. But, like, oh, you're that girl. You got a little camp swag. I was here for it, though. I didn't know what the planet on her head was. I was like, are you the cow that jumped over the moon, but then it was green? I don't know, but the rhinestone udders was giving me life. It was cute. Rita Baga was giving me intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic, and I was here for it. I was here for it 3,000%. I didn't realize, I thought it was a dress, and I think it was, but when she went to go do her photo shoot, it was a bodysuit. But, you know, I dug it. Again, no one is reinventing the wheel with their looks. But everybody looks good coming in. Jimbo giving me S&M Minnie Mouse. Ain't nothing better than black patent leather. Than black patent leather with white accents. Bitch. And if you don't think so, what Catwoman costume is the most iconic? Fuck with me. Listen. Again, not reinventing the wheel. We've already seen Nina Monina Brown come in as Minnie Mouse. We've already seen, like I said, it was giving me a little Catwoman. It was giving me a little Minnie Mouse. But it was giving me like this gothic horror Tim Burton Minnie Mouse. And then just that face being painted all the way white. And that was just it. It was very striking. And I was here for it. Again, hearing a name like Jimbo, I wasn't expecting like this hard, like S&M kind of gig to her. So I was here for it. Jimmi Pynk is another one that the girls were gagged to see. And Mama is legendary. Okay? Jimmi Pynk, legendary. And the fact that she mixed Tyra and Naomi Campbell's names lets you know everything you need to know. Baby, she is a supermodel. She's actually done this. And, no, that wasn't her. It actually was the model, I don't think. Whatever. Anyway, legendary. Again, not reinventing the wheel. The up-down ponytail is very in vogue right now. Shout outs to Dixieland Cartwright, because I know that's one of her go-to wig styles, which is gorgeous on her and gorgeous. And I love a half up, half down ponytail in that red. Not reinventing the wheel. Disco ball, see-through catsuit. Just serving you body, mug, walk, attitude. Very classic, old school. I'm that bitch drag. Here for it as well. So our judges are Stacey McKenzie, Brooklyn Heights, who we all know as the winner of RuPaul's Drag Race season, whatever that one was. There's too many of them now, I can't keep track. And Jeffrey Bowman Chapman, who is just so adorable. But I'm assuming he's Canadian. Never knew that. Never knew that. And then I thought they said special guest judge, because you know sometimes you're watching and you're taking notes and you miss a couple things. Special guest host. That's fire. Bitch. These Canadian bitches did not come to play with you, hoes. Special guest host every week. That's fire. That's fire. And that was Eliza Cuthbert of 24 and one of my favorite sitcoms of all time, Happy Endings, and one of the worst sitcoms of all time, The Ranch. But I love her. I live for her. The movie The Girl Next Door, because y'all know how I feel about my little teen movies. Everything. It was everything. It was everything. I'm here for that. So not only do they get a year's worth of stays in the Hilton Hotel, they also get $100,000. Now what I want y'all to know is Canadian money is worth more than us. And they said dollars. Is Canadian money dollars? My Canadian people, I know I got Canadian people to watch the show. So help me out. Is Canadian money called, is it Canadian dollars and American dollars? In any case, they money worth more than ours. So they actually making more money than our girls is. That's what's up. So anyway, again, old school, first episode of Drag Race Challenge. We got a photo shoot. It's called Winter is Coming. You got to climb a mountain, get to the top, and it's going to be a cold snap. Bitch. Everything. Now what I'm going to have to say is I'm looking at these pictures, right, as they're snapping the pictures. And with the exception of a couple people, I think Jimbo's was definitely the worst, because she was like doing this a little bit too funny with it. And I forgot the other person. But other than two people, I said, these pictures is fierce as fuck. Fierce. However, they gave the win to Khan, and I disagree with that. I disagree with that. Tayomi had a sickening picture. Starzy had a sickening picture. Lemon had a sickening picture. Like, was it Lemon? I think so. It was just so many sickening pictures. I can't even pinpoint whose was coldest. But I know it wasn't Kind. I know it's gonna sound like that was biased, but I was like, everybody else got these fierce, sickening photo that could be in a magazine, supermodel ass poses and pictures, and you gave it to the girl to smile like this. Bitch, no. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And I was going to rewatch the beginning of the episode and get the screenshots, but when we got to the end of the episode, bitch, I couldn't. I was like, no, I got to talk about this right away. I got to get to it. I got to have this same energy when I went from being excited because this is the best episode of RuPaul's Drag Race that I've seen to this fucking judging. So, of course, we have create a look out of boxes, Canadian style. Everything was Canadian related. Did I write down the categories? No, because I'm an ignorant ass American and I don't know shit about Canada. So I didn't write it down. But then you had a couple things that was just like, okay, here's a rainbow gay pride box. Here's Canada gay, which is just Canada. Here's Quebec, which is just Quebec. You know, but then you had some things about like fishing, which I did know. I knew about fishing. Of course, the sports thing was filled with badminton and hockey, which are more Canadian sports than American sports. I got all of that. Fabulous. But did it matter what the category was? Because all it is that you're giving out boxes. Yukon Gold Rush, I knew about that. Be gone, thought! Anyway, I can deal with the cars in the background. Them big ass trucks and motorcycles I can't deal with. So we have, at the end of the day, it's drag on a dime. Let's keep it a buck. So, does it matter what boxes they get? No, it matters what the look is, right? So, I'll get into that. I want to talk about Ileana, and her being an indigenous person. Because, oh yes, indigenous is the people that were born there, you know. So you would be a fool to think that native people are just America and Mexico when Canada is part of the continent. And it was through, I'm going to say them because she identifies as Two-Spirit, because that is the thing in indigenous culture that I did know about, and that's fire. That's the way they identify. That's fire. But we're just explaining, like, through learning that culture is how she, you know, I'm sorry. I'll say she because it's drag queen. Fair? Fair. So if I say she, I'm not disrespecting the two-person thing. She as a drag queen. That's how, you know, she was able to get in touch with who she really was. And her queerness, and that story just made me smile. It really did. Khan's a bitch. Khan needs to change her name to Karma, because that's a bitch. You are everything that's wrong with YouTubers. Now, I went live a couple nights ago. I'm about to do a little bit of a segue because, you know, each one teach one. And we were talking about some of this YouTuber drama. And I said the thing about somebody, anybody that gets on YouTube and says they decide they want a channel has a level of self-importance. Excuse me. The car's going by through me off. Has a level of self-importance to them. Has a level of self-importance to them, myself included, because why would you even get on front of a screen and talk if you didn't think what you had to say was important or that you was important. Everybody, including myself, has a certain vanity about themselves and have a certain level of self-importance about themselves. What happens is with YouTubers, once they get big, like 100,000 viewer big, they forget they just a regular motherfucker. You not no real celebrity. You ain't do nothing. Spoiler alert. It don't really take that much talent to be a YouTuber. I'm not going to say none. But if you look at people like Shane Dawson and Jake Paul, don't really take a lot of talent to be a YouTuber. You didn't do nothing. You didn't have to fight for nothing. They kill me with that. Like, oh, I had to do this from the ground up and this and this and this and this. Bitch, you got lucky. Ain't no skill to YouTube. You had an idea to make a fool out of yourself in front of a fucking camera. That's it. Now, this is not to discount the makeup artists or the drag artists or the singers or the rappers or the people that do video essays, those type of things. Yes, I'm not saying YouTubers are talentless. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you don't got to have talent to make it on YouTube. So obviously you are talented. Obviously you know what you're doing. You have 100,000 subscribers. You're teaching people how to do drag. Who was the one that I said was dressed like Jimmy Holograms? I'll get the names together eventually. Kiara, I learned how to do wigs from watching your videos. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that you're not talented. You're one of those people that you get big on YouTube because of your talent. That's great. Because you got 100,000 subscribers and everybody is telling you you're great on a daily basis and your shit don't stink. You got on TV and really thought your shit didn't stink. You displayed every fucking reason why people don't like YouTubers. Flat out. Flat out. You are the type of person why people don't like YouTubers. Flat out. So, another little tidbit. Lemon went to the Alvin Ailey Dance Institute. And I was like, wow. For those of y'all who don't know who Alvin Ailey is, he is a hugely famous black dancer and choreographer and has his own dance school. And it's really a big deal to get into that dance academy. So, like, Lemon is a professional dancer. I couldn't tell on that lip sync. But let's get into these looks. Oh, I know I got one more thing I gotta state before we get into the looks. This Canada's drag race, like, they is not coming to play with you hoes. Even the pit crew was cuter. I said, wait a minute. Now, I ain't really never batted my eye on these dudes that's on Drag Race. But these two dudes from the pit crew, I was like literally, like, jaw drop, like, These Canadians didn't come to fuck with you hoes. Okay, so, now let's get into the looks. Because when I tell you this is the best, despite there even being some flops, the best creative look out of nothing runway I have seen in Drag Race history. Now, with that being said, I want to remind you that I have not watched Taiwan's Drag Race yet. I still have never watched that because I know those girls bring it too. Let's get into Starzy. I seen her box. This bitch made a puffer coat cape. This bitch made a puffer coat cape. A puffer coat. How many days did y'all have? Tell me Canadian Drag Race they had a week to do their looks. Tell me they had a week. Tell me they had a week. Let me break it down for you. This bitch made a puffer coat cape including a lining that was an opposite color. It had like a coat. It had this. It had trim. It had a patch of Canada that I didn't even see in the box, which means you cut it out of something else and made an embroidered patch on it. You made a bodysuit. You made sleep. First of all, that cape, that puffer coat cape, I want one today to wear in the winter period. I want one today. I don't even give a fuck if it's that exact one with Canada on it and everything. I want one today. A puffer cape, bitch. Bitch, zipper in it and all. A puffer cape. I want one today. Everything. Everything. Kiara. I don't know nothing about this farming and shit, and came out with this Jamiroquai golden scarecrow look. Covered her mask, took it off, had scarecrow makeup with the, oh my god. Canada didn't come to play with you hoes. I can't. I couldn't. I could not. Then here comes Lemon. I'm just gonna go through the looks and then I'm gonna get into these judgments, because let me just do that, because I got some issues. I got issues. That did not come out like it was supposed to, but they told me that was gonna happen from time to time. Because that did not come out how that was supposed to come to. But anyway, Sailor Moon plays sports. And then peep the color game. Peep the color game. Pink lemonade on you hoes. On brand, on brand. When she was in the workroom, she had on a yellow jacket. On brand, on brand, on brand. Was it the best executed look? No. I mean, was it the best? No. Was it bottom worthy? No. It absolutely was not bottom worthy. It was safe. Like, oh, well, the netting looks unfinished. It's net. I was okay with it. She put like the little net over the corset. The wedge, because it was a clear shoe, so the wedge being pink, but the tight being yellow, made it look like it was a yellow boot with like a pink wedge. I wasn't mad at it. It was like it looked boxy. No, it didn't. It looked like somebody didn't help her pull her corset tight enough. It didn't look boxy. But, okay. Aliana. Now, at first I didn't like it. But it was executed well. I thought it was really safe. Let me take these zippers or whatever you had and just hang them off of me, and take the fabric I got and make a mermaid gown. Fit on point. I got an orange wig. Bet. Let me put some orange pasties on and do this. As I started seeing other people, I was like, well, at least it is executed well. It just wasn't for me. I thought it was a little safe. But it was executed for what she was giving. It worked. Like I said, it was just clean. It just wasn't. There was some looks that like really shut. Like it was really. It was some looks that were really standouts. It was definitely safe. It was clean. That's what I can say about it. It was clean. It was just clean. Kind. Oh no, Miss Lady, you did not talk all that shit like, cause I'm gonna win, to pull out a gold disco suit with some Christmas bulbs glued to it that was falling off. You didn't prance that down the runway with that raggedy ass walk. Like you are the be all and end all. Y'all ever hear of the adage, those who cannot do, teach? If I'd have had a fan, I'd have thwarped on y'all hoes right there. You ever hear the adage that those who cannot do, teach? Mary. That wasn't it, sis. You got Gold Rush. And what you gave me was a disco jumpsuit that we have seen 3,239 times on this runway in all of RuPaul's Drag Race history and done better? No, ma'am. And that wig line was iffy. Moving on to Scarlett. Scarlett Bow, I said, it's cute. It probably could have been cuter. But it could have been more to it for what you had. I would like to have seen you like made a skirt out of all the bandanas and everything. I thought that the cut of the brief was weird with the big B on it. That was a little weird. But I loved like what you did with that arm thing with the bandanas hanging off of. I kind of wish it would have been a skirt, but I didn't hate the cow print chaps. It was kind of giving me Harley Quinn Goes West because it was like the red and the blue. It was safe. It was safe. Jimbo. We're gonna get to this judging. We're gonna get to this judging. Jimbo. And she kept saying, ooh, look, zippers, bitch. This was another one of them looks that I was like, nah, for real, how long did y'all have to do this challenge? Like a week. She took the beads on the corset, the zippers on a hoop skirt, them little cheap legs that they give you at the dollar store, and made that the trim. Took the feather boa, had the little rainbow hat, put the bow tie on. I was like Rainbow Saloon Girl, and you didn't just throw whatever color you wanted, like you made that shit blend. Yeah, that was it. I was like, she is giving me like the Saloon Girl, but in rainbow. And it was just, I know she just glued a bunch of shit to a bunch of shit, and it probably was heavy as hell like she said, but it looked good, bitch. It looked good. I was impressed with the way one of the judges said that Elisa, I think, did the way that she even planned the coloring out to go on the zippers. Like, how did you even do that? It was fabulous. Tyrone, I had some issues with this, but I liked it. Hold on, let me. Tyrone gave me very ready to wear. As did, for real though, as did Starzy. Like, I could definitely see like Megan Thee Stallion doing a video in the wintertime with that outfit on. But there were elements of it that I know that like this is what you were given. There were elements of it that I felt like you were trying to give me fashion, which you did, but then these other things made it go a little bit left. Like the earrings, like the foxtail full of socks. The foxtail full of socks was weird. But I like the blanket. Again, another cape moment. I like the blanket as the coat. The way you had the coat, I couldn't tell. I love a buffalo print. And I'm assuming that your buffalo print dress was cute. But because you had that blanket coat over it, it could have not been. It was well done. And I know you had to use what was in your box. So, kudos. Because that was ready to wear. Like, I would have worn that cape and that dress. I wouldn't have had the sock foxtails. I wouldn't have had them earrings. But I liked it. Bitch on Arrival. Don't ever expect me to call her Boa. Because I'm always going to call her Bitch on Arrival. Because that's so fire. I don't know what the fuck this was. Now, I know you said you didn't know shit about Anna Green Gables, and shame on you. Potato titties? And green bows all over a corset? And some sock tops. That skirt was unfinished. Like that, like just loincloth kind of design was unfinished. The only thing that I liked about her costume, was the potato crown. I thought that was cute and a clever way to use the potatoes, because like she had like cut them into wedges and spray painted them gold. That was cute. The rest of it was trash. I'm sorry. I gotta call it how I see it. That was weak. That was weak. Moving on to Juice Box, who had the weakest look of the night. Definitely the weakest look of the night. You had the skirt, just the way it was fabric wrapped around. The breaking up the CDs. We've seen that before on Drag Race 1,000 times. That wig was terrible with the scrunchies in it. It was just bad, bro. And you got much music. Again, I'm not super familiar with Canadian culture all like that. I should be. It's my neighbor to the north. But all right, see, right? You come down, little cutie pie. That's jamming. But you got much music video, and I'm just like, okay, I'm hip to much music. Like, and that's what you came up with, much music. Like, you didn't want to do like a fringe with, even though we were seeing that before. You have VCR tapes. You didn't want to do like a fringe with the VCR tape. We've seen it before, but at this point in time, it's episode 1. Play it safe. If you're not good at creating outfits, play it safe. You know that the cassette tape dress works. Just do it. But I digress. The worst thing they could have said was it was pedestrian and we've seen it before. But you went from, instead of trying to just do something safe that we've seen before, you did something terrible that we've seen before. And it was just bad. Priyanka. Like, I was like, oh, this is just the best runway, and it just progressively started. Priyanka wasn't bad. It was definitely a safe look. It was definitely safe, but it wasn't nothing reinventing the wheel. It was some stuff draped properly. I did like the crab shoe, though. The crab shoe was everything. The crab shoe was everything, bitch. The crab shoe was everything. But the look, she was like, I'm giving you Bollywood. Bitch, where? Where do they have on a crop top and a panty in Bollywood? Girl. And then you ain't have on no earring. This is Drag Race. You ain't have on no earring. Your outfit wasn't strong enough for no earring. I can see if you would have had something like coming up around your neck, like if you had like a crab leg necklace that was like coming up like this or something like that, where it was a real statement piece that you didn't need an earring. But bitch, you should have asked somebody. You didn't bring a clear stone. You didn't want to make earrings off the crab legs to match the shoes. I can't. Rita. The headpiece was everything. The coat was everything. The underneath one shoulder disco royal blue dress was not it, and that low ass heel was not it. I appreciate the details that you were supposed to be cold and frosty, and you had snow coming from your hairpiece, coming around your shoes, and I get all of that. But that piece of fabric wrapped around you as a disco dress is a no for me, dog. I would rather you just had on the coat the whole time. You were doing Quebec. It was supposed to be frosty and cold anyway. I would have rather you just had on the coat the whole time. Because once you took that coat off, it was a no for me, dog. That headpiece was banging, though. That headpiece was banging. That coat, out of the blanket and the mittens, they had like that stand-up collar. The coat was everything. But once you dropped that coat, I was like, basic bitch shit. which is why the judging was such a goddamn problem to me. Okay, let's get into the shit y'all came here for. Conflict and me going the fuck off. Listen. Okay, so now that that's out the way, let's get into what y'all came here for. Me going the fuck off. Because this judging was not it, sis. This was my favorite episode of RuPaul's Drag Race I have ever seen. And the judging, straight trash. Straight trash. So, bitch on arrival whose outfit was dead on arrival is in the top. That outfit was top 3. Now, as much as I don't like Canads, and she was blowing it out of proportion, oh no, bitch, be gagged. Because how in the hell was Bo in the top? Because how in the hell was Bo in the top? Now, I would have shut up, sis, because your ass, if your outfit wasn't falling apart, you probably wouldn't have been in the bottom. And your attitude probably landed you in the bottom too. But, no ma'am. Potato titties. No ma'am. No ma'am. Rita being in the top with that basic bitch blue dress and that block heel, no ma'am. Maybe if she wouldn't have took the coat off. Jimbo, yeah, I'll give it to you. Jimbo being in the top, I'll give it to you. But I know who should have been in the top was Starzy. And the Starzy ass should have been in the top. This bitch made a puffer coat. I'm also sorry. As much as I don't like her, I don't think Kyan should have been in the bottom. So her balls was falling off. So what? She should have did a spin and made like that was on purpose. That was a surprise. That was like disco balls. She should have played that off. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Compared to that, Scarlet Bobo, get on down in the bottom. Safe, not bottom 2, get on down in the bottom. With them high ass briefs. Go ahead, jump on in that bottom. This judging, I was so confused. I was so confused by this judging. And that makes me scared because this seemed uber produced. They can come to critique Juice Box. Now, as somebody that has anxiety disorder, I don't doubt that you had a panic attack. All that, oh, I'm cold, and all of this. Drama theatrics because you knew your ass might be going home. Because you looked around that workroom and knew your ass was in the bottom. You knew that. You knew it. You looked around the room and was like, I'm in the bottom, but you probably was like, Boaz is worse than mine. Because it was. It wasn't. Let me quit telling that lie. Because that wig, honey, Juice Box. But once Kyan was in the bottom and she was giving all that damn lip and talking all that shit, and you know, when they be saying they knitting and stuff, they really watching the girls backstage and see how they talking. I'd have put her ass in the bottom just because of the end. You got this much attitude like you better than everybody. You know what? Let's see. You up for elimination. Flat out. On some America's Next Top Model shit. You got all that attitude. You got all that mouth like you the baddest bitch in the room. Let's see. You in the bottom. Save yourself, ho. Since they put her in the bottom, but she shouldn't have been there. She was safe. Now, he was talking all that shit like you was about to win, not with no gold disco jumpsuit, but your outfit was not one of the 3 worst. I could have took Starzy in the top for sure. Tayomi, even though I said there was some campy elements to it, it still looked like it was fashion. Kiara's was even better. Boa was in the top. And Rita with that basic bitch dress when she dropped that coat. I can't. And then Boa won. I'm sorry, not Boa won. And then Rita won over Jimbo. Jimbo had a corset made out of beads and a skirt made out of zippers. Sell the garment, they say. I'll give it to Rita. She was selling the garment. She was supposed to be cold and frosty, so she walked down the runway the whole time like this. Okay. The coat and the headpiece was everything. Once you dropped that coat, that shit was basic. And you won? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. And then Jimbo, and then you won? Now let's get up into this lip sync. We got Pink Lemonade versus Juice Box. Now, I have a high expectation of Lemon. And I still like Lemon. But I had a high expectation of what you was going to do to lip sync because you went to the Alvin Ailey School of Dance. That was something that I went to dance school as a kid aspiring to look up to. Because not to get on my Black Lives Matter shit, but I will. It ain't a lot of black people that excel as a professional dancer that ain't doing break dance or hip hop. Doing ballet and jazz and modern dance? Fuck no. So, when you said you went to the Alvin Ailey School of Dance, I had high expectations for you on this lip sync. So the lip sync song is Carly Rae Jepsen. I really, 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 really like you. And I was like, okay, that's cute. She Canadian. That's going to be a cute little lip sync song. Because it's got a little, you know, you can sell it with your lip sync and it's got a little burst of energy. So I'm watching and I'm looking. And I said, okay, Juice Box is selling it. But again, Lemon's starting off slow. But I know the song. So I know it's going to get that drop. I really, 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 really like you. So I'm like, okay, she just taking it slow because she about to pop off, son. So she does a little split. Bam, I really, really. I said, okay, bitch, turn up, turn up. But this whole time I'm looking at Juice Box and I was like, Juice Box is turning the party. She is selling the song. She is giving me the mouth. She is giving me the energy of the song. She is giving me Pop Princess. She is serving the song. She is turning the party. She is giving it. As I'm watching the whole performance, I said, okay, so Living, all you gonna do is do a split every time the hook come in? I said, Juice Box is out here fighting. Juice Box is out here killing this shit. They like, this how you do a lip sync for your life. No, Juice Box is lip syncing for her life. This bitch is killing it. She let her Juice Box drip all over the goddamn stage. She is killing this. And they said Lemon won. Bitch, this judging, Did y'all America's Next Best Dance Crew, y'all selves, America's Best Dance Crew, did y'all America's Best Dance Crew yourself? You got this amazing crop of girls and slayed the season, so you couldn't really produce it the way you wanted to go, so you gonna fuck up the judging? Because I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck who say I'm wrong. And I will recant my statement once I watch it again. But Juice Box left juice all over that goddamn stage. She won that lip sync. She won that lip sync. I don't care that you can do a split. Congratulations. I can name you 10 hood rats around this city that can do the same damn thing. So the fuck what? clean ass splits, definitely a professional dancer, clean ass splits, toes pointed straight down and everything, clean ass splits. But other than that, you wasn't giving me professional dancer. Juice Box served the fuck out that song. She was like, I ain't going home. I'm about to fight. And she went home. Because when they first said it, I was like, oh, it's going to be a double save. Nobody going home the first episode. I can dig it. Because ain't no way Lemon won that lip sync. Now, like I said, I planned on watching it back through. I was so pissed off I didn't. And I will recant my statement if that ain't the case. But from what I saw and the energy I was given when I watched it the first time, that I didn't turn away to make a note, like they say on Legendary, I'm giving it to Juice Box. But Lemon fights to see another day, and I'm okay with that because I wasn't ready for Lemon to go home. I wasn't ready for Lemon to go home. So I would have been okay in this particular case, it being a double Shantae. Like, psych, nobody is going home. It's the first episode. But be warned, somebody is going home next week, and I would have been okay with that. Because it was a good lip sync. But in the words of Law Roach, I'm so tired of these birds flying right in front of my face like they don't see me sitting here. But in the words of Law Roach, but Juice Box did what needed to be done. And the bitch went home. This judging is all the way to the left, which I guess is appropriate because all the boxes was packed up into the left and then they had to make outfits. Y'all make that connection if you want to. Anyway, as I leave, I would like to remind you, I go back to work next week. So this is probably going to end up being the actual schedule. I'm probably going to be doing Canada's Drag Race on Fridays and RuPaul's Drag Race on Saturdays. But hell, nobody's reviews come out today and come out no more anyway. So fuck it. Thank you to all the patrons, the PayPal, the Cash App people. I appreciate y'all so very much for rocking with me through this very hard time. Now we gonna see what happens when I go back to work, but as of now, all systems are a go. So thank you for rocking with me for the last year and a half if I've been going through this. Thank you for rocking with me not getting engaged because I ain't got no contacts and scarves don't match everything. But hey, I'm trying to do what I can. Lastly, don't forget to go subscribe to Listen Bitch. That I has an exclamation point with the homie Uncle Holmes, because I'm probably not going to be reviewing Legendary no more unless I'm doing it on his channel. I'm just going to keep it a buck. I'm going back to work. I don't have time, and I would rather do Canada's Drag Race. So thank you so much for watching, and keep it greasy. Deuces.
You want to be like me. You want to be like me. You want to eat lunch with the cool kids, don't you? Told you I used to be you, I know you. Never learned to crew politics in high school. Now you earn a few funny looks in my school. I can show you how to hypnotize minds, fool. Like the chicks in the bunny books for fly dudes. Why you? Cause I see your potential.